All right, folks. I apologize, first of all. There was a stream that I was planning on doing tonight, and I'm just exhausted. I don't have the energy to engage for several songs that this new artist that I want to check out has put out there. So I want to return to it when I have the energy to do so. And since I don't really feel too energized in being able to zone in on too much, I'm going to go back to the series of the Beginner's Guide from Dream World Witch, yet again, this time being Shishiro Botan. So let's jump into it. I'm excited to learn.
Calculated.
Mm.
And
Whoa.
precise.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Patient.
Wait till you see the.
Yet quick thinking.
Stellar editing as usual.
Careful.
あ、でもね、出てこない気するこれ。ちょっと待って。おるね。待っとるね。いらっしゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ。やったー。
So already what I'm loving, because like plenty of other of her compatriots, I know so little about her. And since there's not always translations of what she says, I'm not even able to really watch much of her stuff. But her tone of voice and her sassiness, absolutely adorable. I love it.
But fearless.
Surprise!
I think I do remember seeing some
All
scenes of her
qualities
just
of a
being
true
like,
apex predator.
going.
Qualities possessed by Hololive's own queen of the battlefield. Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to
ライオン。ゴーゴーゴー。シシロボタン。
Hololive's 5th generation, Shishiro Botan. Should you ever find yourself in her sights, your only option will be to pick a god and pray. Botan
Pick a
is
god
known
and
for
pray.
being the best marksman in Hololive, an unmatched FPS goddess, able to lay waste upon any battlefield, all the while bearing a calm and carefree expression on her face. Her quick, steady aim is a delight to witness, yet a terror for any of her foes. To this day, her cute,
ほい。
has claimed countless of lives, with any survivors forever dreading it in their minds.
ほい。
Although it is her
Boing.
expertise,
That would
her
be a
skills
horrible
do not
thing to
solely
hear
lie
before
on
you
FPS.
are shrugging off
Botan
this
is a
mortal
true
coil.
force to be reckoned with on
Whoa.
a variety of games. During collabs, Botan can be one of the most reliable team members, as
Oh,
well
I'm
as
sure.
being universally known as the most feared opponent in Hololive.
Well, and that's similar to Ditto, who we checked out in Aki Rosenthal's video. Yeah, she's like 1v1 is unstoppable. So, of course, you're going to be absolutely reliable if you know what to do with that. So, that's cool.
It is not uncommon for multiple members to try and gang up to defeat Botan, only for her to absolutely crush them to dust, all the while giggling uncontrollably. Many times, she accomplishes this while simply fooling around. When playing Among Us, she is a ferocious and effective imposter, as well as one of the smartest detectives as a crewmate, to the point where imposters usually aim to kill her off first, seeing her as far too big of a threat to stay alive.
Ah.
And speaking of her smarts, she is the top scorer of
Wait, what up? What did you
threats
say?
to stay alive. And speaking of
How good is the rumored Lazy Lion's academic prowess? The academic test. Lazy? What?
her smarts, she is the top scorer of Choco Sensei's quiz, easily carrying Hololive's overall score on her back with 28 points. To give you some perspective, many of the other members usually score around 5.
Oh, wow. Oh, and Onion's way down at 1. Dang. I've never been good at test taking, so that ruins my mindset whenever I try taking a test for the most part. Okay.
5 to 7 points. Taking this in consideration, it becomes understandable as to why Botan usually becomes such a priority target during more competitive collabs. And still, taking her down is easier said than done. And I must reiterate, she's usually just fooling around, probably as to give others a fighting chance, so they can have fun.
ライオン。ゴーゴーゴー。
Botan's
I
fans are
love that.
technically called Botans. However, the people have decreed that they are actually SSRB, which are represented as these cute explosive mascots. And while we're on the topic of fans, it's worth mentioning that Botan has a huge Russian following. Indeed. Здравствуйте. And let me tell you, some of them are at a whole another level. Yes.
Oh, of course.
What better way to show support for our Imperatrica than send her AK-47 for birthday gifts? It is unfortunate, but that...
First of all, I love the accent, but also, was that a Russian word that we were using there?
Another level. Yes. What better way to show support for our Imperatrica than send her AK...
To show support for our Imperatrice? I'm not following, but...
AK-47 for birthday gifts. It is unfortunate, but that simply cannot be, as it would get our dear Adidas Lion in trouble. But I'll be damned if it wasn't
Adidas Lion. Oh my gosh. If you guys know, the Adidas brand is huge in Russia. And I wondered why that was, because I was noticing that. You know, you get plenty of Russian like bounce music and trap music and stuff, and it always seems to have the swish shoes, but then also the 3-striped track suits and stuff. It's huge over in Russia. And it's because, from what a friend of mine was telling me, he had studied the history of Russia. Apparently, whoever we had over in Russia during the Olympics wore Nike, and it was seen as a symbol, those 3 lines, as like a symbol of like strength. So they kind of adopted that as their own, like, yeah. At least that's what I heard. I thought it was kind of neat, but...
A beautiful thought. I am quite convinced that the Russian SSRB could easily start Botan's own security company were she to will it. All for Imperatrica Botan. Na zdоровье, my friends.
Wait. So so to which, if you end up seeing this video, it seemed like in the last video you hinted at being Portuguese. Are you Portuguese and Russian, or are you just fluent in other languages? Now that I say that, I feel sad that there's like no language requirements in the States. But I mean, sure, English is like one of the most prevalent languages out there, but still, it'd be nice to learn something, you know? Anyway.
On the Minecraft server, Botan
La
is
La
the president
Lion,
of
I
her
love
own...
that. So, I'm sorry, I actually was thinking about this all day because I was trying to think of what videos I wanted to record, what I wanted to do, and that kind of thing. And I remember seeing some animation of her and Laplace and a few other people, Subaru. They were checking out her internet and realizing it was really slow. And then they were going around. Toa was there too. They were doing intros. And Botan, the tallest of the group, which also made me think of when they had a 3D model and she was like super tall, super cute. She goes, la la la, like just super relaxed, but her body language looked really positive and happy. And I was just like, oh, it's so cute. Anyway, we'll get back into this. God, I am so tired. I think I'm going to take a nap after this. I cannot function.
On the Minecraft server, Botan is the president of her own ramen restaurant chain, Mania Botan, from where you may even get the opportunity to taste delicacies such as Tsunomaki Watame herself. As a builder, Botan is quite competent, having built the giant Botanks, complete with a sniper rifle which aims at the mighty Shubangelion's crotch. And as you would expect, Botan is among the most dangerous shady characters in the server, being a confidant of Amane Kanata about the axolotl black market, and even owning an underground casino built with stolen gold.
Wait. Is Botan Russian? Like actually, like the person? Because that would make sense as to why. Lord, please tell me in the comments. That also lets me know how many of you are watching the video.
More importantly, she is associated with the infamous Usada Kensetsu, as Menia Botan and Usaken are business partners.
Oh.
これはいいね。
ですね。
かわいいね。
やりましょう。
これで兄弟かな。
That's a little creepy.
あ、さっそうとね言ってくれたわ。よしよしよし。有能なボタンちゃんが来ちゃったよ。
Though, in practice, Botan is still considered a member of Usada Kensetsu, having representation in both the entrance statue and castle of Pekoland. Together, Botan and Pekora organized and hosted one of the biggest collab events in the Minecraft server, the 2021 Summer Festival.
Oh, they
Suffice to
organized
say,
that.
Botan has proven to be a most valuable ally in Usada Kensetsu's ever-growing influence, all the while spreading her own restaurant chain all throughout the server.
Interesting gradient there.
In spite of her intimidating first impression, you'll quickly realize that Botan is one of the most carefree members in Hololive, and I really mean it. She remains unfazed at horror games, usually laughing and playfully teasing others.
That's always
instead.
so interesting.
In fact, she loves
because I've been thinking. Oh, sorry.
teasing others, even her senpais.
Yes,
But
that's
most
the scene I was
importantly-
thinking of. That's the scene I was thinking of when she was chasing. Watame. That was something I was thinking of with horror games. Like, I know times have changed with how we perceive scary stuff, right? Like when people came out with movies and stuff, and there was I think the first recorded movie was a train, and people thought that it was an actual train crashing through stuff. Like people just had this weird perception of stuff. And I wonder why I can't just logically think myself out of a scary game and be like, yeah, this isn't anywhere close to me. Like, what does it matter? But anyway.
Fact. She loves teasing others, even her senpais. But most importantly, you'll probably never see her rage. Ever. And even more surprisingly, you'll quickly find out that Botan is actually adorable. I have mentioned
of
Botan
course.
laughing several times now.
Oh,
but
no.
really, it's not difficult to make her laugh. She does it a lot, especially when accidents, ragdoll physics, or Subaru are involved.
Aww.
ズバル先輩いた方が面白かったのそこ行ってよ
When you hear Shishiro whizzing away, it's hard not to smile as well.
そこ
That's a great laugh.
足滑らして知ってる
I'm trying not to laugh over it.
It has been
love
scientifically
it.
proven that watching a Botan laughing compilation without cracking a smile at least once means you have a heart colder than the Russian winter itself.
So, funnily enough, I know we're almost at the end of the video, but I've done pretty well with try not to laugh compilations. The try not to smile ones don't make any sense to me. That's where I have no control. I can't not smile. It's completely impossible. I can't do anything about it. But anyway,
Botan is responsible and reliable, and he's very tech-savvy to boot, often providing technical assistance to other members. She
Whoa.
builds PCs as
That
a
looks like a
hobby,
giant
and is even responsible for aiding Kiara with her PC
dinosaur.
when she had to relocate.
Oh.
With all of this in mind, you start to believe there's nothing Botan cannot do.
なんとかしてくれるシシロボタン
Well, maybe not Mario Kart and fighting games.
she can't do fighting games?
Still, whether it being chilling or being amazed at her godly FPS skills, being an SSRB is always a good time. And if you ever cross
RPG.
her, just pray you aren't her target. До свидания.
That's fun.
Yo, yo. Thank you for watching. Consider sniping the like button and leave a yo in the comments.
Okay, well, I'll have to add that. But this was fun. I would have liked to hear a little bit more about her music. I know, obviously, there's probably so much that you can talk about with all of these talents. I remember listening to some of her music, reacting to it on my previous channel, but I don't remember much about it. But I know, some people like Watame had so much more history behind the music that they made and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just side note. I just want more is kind of what I'm getting at. And you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments. And obviously links to this can be in the description. Go support Witch. And if you liked this lady's personality, go support Botan. And that's all I got to say about that.